Hail and well met, weary travellers, and welcome back to the fireside. It's time for another chapter of the Polyhedron Collider Plays D&D. Tonight we have the Champions of Chance for the third week running. Yes!
Yeah, we did. Yes! Loads of D&D.
And we are myself, John Cage, as Xanhorn the Bard, Ben Hopper as Benjin the Barbarian, Paul Ralph as Cenza the Cleric, and Rory Summers as Havarl the Paladin. Oh, and I
Paladin Fighter.
Paladin Fighter, sorry, yes.
Multi-classing now, yeah.
Advanced.
Most of us reached level 7 last week. You took a step back.
No, I'm still level 7, just level 6 and 1.
Very true. Okay, and of course, last but not least, our benevolent DM, Steve. You are going to be benevolent tonight, Steve, right?
Please be benevolent,
Please be
Steve.
benevolent.
Please. Well, it depends what you do. I mean, I don't decide what the monsters do. They have a life of their own.
Of course.
Of course.
Well then, Steve, why don't you step back into the torchlight, resume our story, and we will find out how mean or lovely they're feeling this evening.
So, in the last adventure, you got trained in how to use hippogriffs, which took a few days to get your head around them. You were given 2 hippogriffs, and Havarl became Sir Havarl of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Sir Havarl.
And you were given these hippogriffs, and you headed off to Xanhorn Hall to try and find this giant slaying greatsword you've heard so many stories about, only to find that Lord Xanhorn doesn't have it anymore because his wayward son stole it and possibly has lost it somehow. You don't know. All you know is he ran off with a thief from Yartar.
And that his name was also Havarl.
His name was also Havarl, yes. Havarl Xanhorn.
No relation.
No relation.
So you decided that the best net course of action was you were going to head to Yartar on your hippogriff mounts, but you were going to do so over the Evermoors, the kind of mist-shrouded moors that are rumoured to hold all kinds of ruins and trolls and other beasties. But you decided to fly over the top, so you didn't have to worry about that kind of thing, and you quickly found a flying castle.
We did.
when you were alerted to the sound by the screams of something in agony coming from inside as well. You managed to sneak up, keeping low under the cloud level, and you found an entrance to the aviary on the ground floor. Thinking yourself ever so clever, you flew in, only to find out the aviary is full of griffins who don't like hippogriffs and so squawked the house down. From the neighbouring door stepped an elegantly dressed cloud giant wearing a mask which showed a saddened face, and she escorted you into an opulent room, which seemed to be some kind of throne room way, because she immediately sat upon it. The room is kind of like all marble. It's got tiles all along the floor. What's quite distinctive is there's a hole in the middle of the floor which just leads down to the sky below, because you're about a mile off the ground at this point. There's two huge giant statues either side of you, and she sits upon this gem-encrusted throne. As you're talking, another cloud giant kind of walked up and kind of folded his arms and blocked your exit. And around the hole in the middle of the thing are 4 birdmen who are standing perfectly still at attention, have not moved since you got in there. So you had a bit of a chat, in which you tried to convince her to let go of Falgalos and ask her about what she was doing. And basically, it seems that negotiations are falling apart. Because the last thing that happened is Havarl went, screw this, and drew his sword.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Benjin.
Yeah. So I do believe that it is actually time to roll for initiative, because I believe you were about to pounce into action and attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, look at that. Initiative that isn't in single digits. That doesn't happen often.
No, it's nice, isn't it?
It's so lovely. Oh, right. Thanks, Ben.
Okay.
That's how you actually do it.
Well, Ben should have advantage on it, so that should have had 2 numbers on there.
No, hover over it. I think it does underneath, and it automatically just
okay.
only puts. Because if you remember, we set it up after the last session finished.
Oh, look at that. She has done rubbish. And them
Or excellent.
are on 20.
It's all right. They're statues. They're inanimate. Don't count.
So you take the little... Yeah. You take the nod from Havarl and Benjin. You see something's about to kick off. You have the first action.
For once.
Benjin did some weights. No. I can't do much, can I? I suppose Benjin would like to rage. He wouldn't like to rage. Benjin is raging. And sorry, everything's all over the place. I'll get myself sorted. And what am I gonna do? So what are those things in front of me? So we've got
bird men. So basically, you've got a giant behind you blocking the exit.
All right.
Countess and Rory sitting on the throne. These 4 things circling the hole are basically bird men. So they're men with birds' heads, wings, and talons for legs.
Last time
and they're all carrying a giant spear.
Last time I thought you described them as statues. Were you just saying that they were standing very still?
They're standing very, very still.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
They hadn't moved at all.
That definitely puts play to plan number 3 that Xanhorn had been thinking about for last week.
Which first? I think I'm just going to go in for the big giant behind. Let's walk up to him.
Angry! Oh, nice.
Well, does it hit?
Right?
Does it hit with 22? Yes, it hits.
Okay, so that would be 8, wouldn't it? Because my +2 for rage.
Yep.
For some reason, There's no way to automate that, is there?
There would be, Ben, if you created a separate weapon as a rage greatsword. Because I've had to do that because I've taken dueling. So I've got, whenever I strike with a melee weapon, now I do +2, but only if I'm only holding one weapon. So if you created a fake another sword and called it rage greatsword,
yes,
and use that one when you're raging, you can add a +2 modifier to it.
Like I did for I've got 2 weapons for unarmed strike that I created for. Oh no, yeah, and I've got hand axe twice because I've got one for offhand. If you're doing 2 weapon combat, I didn't think of that. Good idea. Oh, I get a second attack, don't I?
You do indeed.
Of course I do. What am I doing?
That is not a hit.
No. I'm not going to move because he'll get an attack of opportunity, so I will just carry on staring him down. Your hair.
Okay. Right. So yes, it's a him. It's a bloke. This one behind you, definitely. Okay. So the Arokra. These all spring into action.
Damn it.
And they basically the room you're in is quite high ceilinged. So 40 feet high ceiling, and they all fly up and then dive at you. 50 feet move. Oh,
50 feet.
yes. He dives in there. He dives in there. And these two dive in on. That's it.
I don't like the way this is going. Why are there 2 stood next to Xanhorn?
Anyway, so Cenza.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. Yes, hits.
So it does an extra D6 because they did a dive bomb.
Jesus.
So it does 8 points of damage, piercing damage.
Okay.
Xanhorn, 2 of them dive at you.
Unlucky.
Plus 10, armor plus
Unlucky.
13.
Unbelievably.
And then one dives at Benjin. 20.
Yeah.
But you, of course, you have damage resistance, so you will take 5 damage rather than 9.
It's rounded down always, isn't it? We had that discussion before.
The research rounded, so 4 damage then.
So 4. Yep. There we go.
Havarl.
Okay, so I think given that these Hawkmen have just attacked, no, biggest threat is the giant. So I'm gonna attack this giant. Oh, flipping mouse isn't working. So, what's going on? The touchpad's mental as well. Sorry.
Technology failing us as usual.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to move into combat with this. With sword drawn, I turn and assault this giant behind me. But before I do, as a bonus action, I'm going to launch some patches. Come on. Now, I've already got a rat. Who's on it, in theory, is running back to us because I sent the rat to go check on Felgalas.
Yes.
So I've got 1 rat. Did that roll?
Yep, got
That's
4.
4. That's like a badger. Oh, and that's a direwolf.
Hello.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a new one, guys. It's a boar.
Ooh.
So
Boring.
we've got a boar.
Breakfast.
He's a friend. And oh no, it's not a direwolf. It's a giant badger. Why would a giant badger be a 7 and a direwolf a 6?
So I think it's a really big badger.
It's giant.
Multi-attack. I make 2 attacks with 1 bite.
So
Okay.
you can. Which one of those I don't think you can throw both of them out, can you?
Or can I not?
No, I think you can only get 1 per round. I think.
In which case, we'll take the. It makes sense that the boar is first, since that was number 4. It's the first one I rolled.
Let me just double check. Where's the bag of tricks gone? Where's the bag of tricks? There's a nice picture of it as well in the book.
You limited to 1 bonus action per round, is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
No, you can use your action to pull out a patch. So it's not a bonus action, it's an action.
Well, and is it singular? Is it still only 1 patch?
Yes.
No.
You can use an action to pull the fuzzy object from the bag and throw it 20 feet.
Okay. Well, he did already have them in his hand whilst we were talking to Sanzori. Because I distinctly remember saying I had one hand on the hilt of my sword and the other one had 2 balls of black fluff in him. Because you laughed when I said I always had a handful of fluff.
So is it a boar or a giant boar, was it? Sorry.
It is a boar.
Okay. So hopefully
Okay.
that should work. There we go. There's a boar.
So
No, have you got control over him?
yes. So I would have thrown him like there, like almost dropped the boar as I left, and sprang towards the giant, which I'm now just going to stand in front of and do nothing. So the boar will attack, as I would have psychically instructed it to.
Yep.
Oh, if the boar takes 7. Okay.
So which one is it attacking?
It will attack this one here. Oh, go on, ping. There we go.
Okay, so it hits and does 4 slashing. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and then all I have left is a bonus action, I suppose.
It's very dramatic music.
I can't hear any music. I have no music.
You have to turn it on in your the little cog on the right on the top.
I will play with that momentarily. I guess I will. That's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. So the boar springs to life and immediately attacks the birdman in front of it. Over to Xanhorn.
Now, Xanhorn had an extremely cunning plan that involved taking his rope, lassoing the giant behind him, and then diving through the hole in front of us in a kind of heroic drag the giant down the hole and dispatch him neatly. However, I have discovered there are some flaws in this plan. Flaw number 1 is the floor is bigger than it was last turn, which means that the 60-foot rope he was expecting to pay out would reach to the hole. So rather than falling like 30 feet and then yanking the giant with the weight of his falling, all he'd do is get to the hole and then drop out. Second of all, he's discovered he doesn't actually have a rope. I could have sworn I had one from earlier. Must be a different campaign. So Xanhorn's been mulling this over, and instead he looks the birdmen in front of him squarely in their beady eyes and said, "Bye," and cast Dimension Door. So immediately in front of him, he steps through a Dimension Door and reappears in front of the doors that they stood in front of where Sansori came out of.
You can see, or you can visualize within range 500 feet. So which door? So the door with Felgloss.
So he wants to appear just about there.
Okay, which is oh shit! No, come on, that one is 440 feet away, so well within range.
Nice.
You can only bring one with creature. Yeah, so yep, off you go.
I will say to Cenza, coming.
Do you want me to?
You have to be willing. You have to be willing. And given that you didn't say yes straight away, Xanhorn just stepped through. So if I can move him down without losing him in the black bit. Boink. So I reappear. So I guess I still got some movement left.
You've got your entire movement left, yes.
So can I move up to the door and just put my ear against it and see if I can hear anything?
Yes, you can. Make a perception check.
Oh dear. Not the worst roll he's ever made.
Not the worst roll, no.
You can make out some wheezing, like as if something is breathing under difficulty.
Okay, but it doesn't sound like there's anything else in there.
But you can, as I said, that's all you can hear is something wheezing.
Okay.
Something breathing very hard.
Do I have enough action to just push the doors open and walk through?
The doors are absolutely huge, as you can see to the scale of yourself there. So the door has 12 feet off the ground.
I'll just use my trusty oh, crap.
It's going to cost you an action to try and open the door, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Then that's...
try and open the door.
Yeah. And that's the end of my go. Well, I didn't want to transport through and discover that there was something stood on the other side and then get 4d6 worth of force damage blast me back in the room. So I think I erred on the right side of caution.
No, absolutely.
That's it for Xanhorn's go then.
This is a terrible first turn of combat.
Cenza.
I don't know, I've not taken any damage. It seems alright so far.
Okay, I am going to summon my good friend Stampy on the top one in LA with me. So.
Okay, right.
And that misses, I can only assume.
Yes, that's a miss.
Okay, so that was my bonus action for spiritual weapon. So
Okay.
as my
Who are you attacking with the spiritual weapon?
one up the top. So he is out.
There we go.
Ah!
You've got to, hopefully you can move that now.
I can.
There we go.
Excellent. So as my action, I am going to Toll the Dead.
And who are you doing that against?
Same one.
So
Because
this
he's done Wisdom save
is
DC
a
15.
Wisdom save DC 15. 17.
Balls.
Right, so the Countess will cast that. So she makes some incantations, and a magical sword appears in the air. Did it actually turn up? Did it actually work? No, it didn't work. Oh, yes, it did. There we go.
Where is it?
It has made an attack roll, so it will go against Cenza, I think.
16. AC 16.
AC 16.
Oh, that's going to get confusing.
Yeah.
So I'll.
It looks like I can move both of those.
Yeah,
three.
you can move both of them. So yes, what I need to do is if I put that one on.
Yeah, okay.
You need to get one of them to fight the other, and then we can find out whether the stamp is mightier than the sword. Ha-ha!
Right, and then the other one will attack. It will attack
The other one?
Other one?
other giant.
Oh.
The other giant will attack Benjin and Havarl. So he'll do Havarl first.
Okay.
Oh, we shouldn't have advantage on, but it's the first one. So that's a hit for 16 piercing.
Ouch.
As he
Right.
swings at you with his Morning Star.
Okay. And I'm going to impose disadvantage on the attack against Benjin using my shield as a
Okay.
reaction.
Okay, so
roll
he
this, Stephen.
attacks Benjin with his Morning Star.
Fucking hell.
Unfortunately, he rolled he rolled 31 attack. What?
Jesus. 2 19s.
Benjin takes 22 piercing damage, but of course it's be halved to 11 because he's raging.
Jesus. Oh,
Right.
fucking hell! It goes to what, 11?
11.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I didn't realise you couldn't use that protection on yourself.
No, I can only use it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as this giant is attacking both of us, he will always have disadvantage when he attacks you because I'll always interfere with his strike against you.
Yeah. I was just looking for it in the book and getting confused between your protection and your aura of protection.
No, that's something even more funky.
That is awesome, your.
Okay. Benjin, it's your action.
Well.
Benjin smash.
Yeah. Benjin smash.
Sorry, I don't want to preempt what you're going to do.
No, it's pretty clear. Yeah. Oh, for sake. I'm going to guess that doesn't hit.
No, that does not hit. That does, however.
11.
take it-
11 back at you. Not that I would know what 11 damage is. That's it, I think.
Okay.
Benjin doesn't really get to do much. Hit a couple of things, and that's about it.
You're gradually taking him down. One nasty paper cut at a time.
Yeah.
So, the Birdmen, one will attack Benjin. 19 for 3 damage.
So 1 damage.
1 damage. One will attack the Boar. 22 for 7 damage.
Crikey.
And then 2 on Cenza.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cenza.
No.
13, 6.
They're
No.
useless, those ones.
Havarl.
However.
Hello. Okay, so first off, the boar is going to do some more attacks, and he is going to attack the same one he attacked before, which probably misses.
That does miss, yeah.
Does miss. Okay, then he himself will, after he got such a walloping from that flipping Morning Star, he's first going to. Where the hell is it gone? He's going to look at this big giant squarely in his shin and say, "Your soul has been weighed and found forfeit. Your life is mine." And use his vow of enmity to allow him to have advantage on all attacks against him.
Okay.
Sensible precaution.
Yeah, I was meant to press it. Do you trust me? I'm just going to press it. There it is, there.
Okay.
10 feet of you gain advantage on attacks rolls against this creature for 1 minute or until it drops. So until one of us drops to 0 hit points.
Yep. 1 minute, that's 10 rounds.
10 rounds, and then he's going to strike with his longsword.
Critical hit.
Holy moly.
Ah.
15 damage.
Sweet.
And another critical hit.
Oh!
For 13 damage. 2 crits in a row. That's 13, isn't it? So that's like, I'll be rubbish at darts. Xanhorn.
Would you say that these doors are unsecured?
They appear to be unsecured, yes. They're very big, but the giant countess, when she walked out of them, did not lock them behind her. Mm-hmm. She just walked out, she just stepped through and closed the door.
It's going to take me an action to open them anyway, right?
Yes, it's going to take you an action to attempt to open them, yes.
So I think Xanhorn, weighing up the options, thinks his chances as a weedy bard, not that he'd admit this to the other guys, of actually opening the doors on his own probably slim. So he might just cast a thunder wave to try and. He was going to try and be stealthy, but it's going to take a turn. Fuck it.
Right, okay. So what exactly does Thunderwave do? Have we got some kind of...
So Thunderwave creates a massive thunderous force in a 15-foot cube emanating from me. Any baddies in that cube have to do a Constitution saving throw, and on a failed save, they take 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away, blah, blah, blah. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect, I guess that wouldn't be them then, because it wouldn't fit all in one space.
One door would be.
Okay, I'll aim at one door.
Any unsecured object that's completely within it. Well, unsecured is where this gets a bit iffy because, of course, it's got a latch on the door. There is a door handle.
Mm-hmm.
Door handles are 12 feet above the floor. So it is secured in a way. It's not locked, but it's secured.
If
I would... Go on.
I was going to say, if Xanhorn doesn't think it'll work, he'll try something else, but...
Well, this is where we get into the semantics of it. What I would say is make a spell skill check. So whatever your casting ability is,
yeah,
plus your proficiency bonus.
So just my spell attack, a normal spell attack.
It's basically be a spell attack. Yeah, make a spell attack.
How would I do that? I guess I could just roll a d20 and add 7. Would do it.
Yeah, could do it that way.
Ooh, 15?
15. Okay, with an enormous crash and a bang, which you guys are all in a completely different room, and you hear this boom come from further down the corridor. You swing that door wide open.
Yes, don't be full of bad guys.
Muted Rory.
At which point, Havarl looks at Benjin and says, "Done."
So, what you can see in front of you is on the far side of the wall, there is a bronze dragon who is chained and manacled. So his hind legs are manacled to prevent him from moving, and there's like a muzzle over his snout or maw or whatever you call it. It looks quite pathetic because you can see, even from this distance, you can see several wounds in its side which are dripping blood. You can also see several cages towards the bottom of the map here. If it pings, it's not going to ping at me now because I'm on reveal. Ping. There.
What's in the cages?
Nothing.
I will yell across at him. Fel, it's okay, we're here. We've come to get you. So I will run over using whatever I've got left of my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Puts me about there, I think. That's all I can do this turn.
Okay.
Just so I know, you said is it just the one chain that's holding him then, or is it?
There is a no. There is from what you can see, there are 2 manacles binding both of his hind legs.
Okay.
And a collar around his neck with a muzzle that covers the snout.
Okay.
So basically, it's 3 points. He's locked at 3 points.
Yep.
You got this. You got this, Xanhorn.
He's on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cenza.
Okay, Stampy is going to take a swing at Zavan on top. And hits.
Yes, and when you hit it, it just kind of shatters into sand and just dissipates completely. So all the things you could see, the armor, the plumage, the weapon, just all disintegrate into sand in front of you.
Yeah, excellent.
I don't know. That feels too good to be excellent.
It's not attacking us. That's my definition of excellent at the minute.
It sounds pretty good to me.
Now, let's see about the one below me. And I'm going to once again Toll of the Dead. Which is
So DC Wisdom save. No.
No.
Failed. So that's this one here, yeah.
Yeah.
And that one just seems to crumble and dissipate into sand in front of you.
They are statues.
But why hasn't the boar? Well, has the boar hit one?
Yes, he did 4 points of damage, didn't he?
So he hasn't done enough to shatter one.
Right, giants. So, right. So the one attacks is on normal. One attacks Havarl. It hits armor class 28 for 21 piercing damage.
Crikey, this is something unusual. 21 points of damage.
Ouch.
Yes.
I can't take much more of this.
And he's attacking Benjin with the other attack. Are you imposing disadvantage on him, or is it just one?
Yes, I will. Yeah, he will be under.
Okay. So against Benjin, it hits armor class 22.
Jesus Christ, this guy's like some sort of ninja. A giant
So
ninja.
I can't see the damage because for some reason the icons have gone weird. So Benjin takes some damage that I cannot see.
$25 piercing damage.
So once you've taken off your resistance, he takes 12 piercing damage. Right, what is Rory going to do? Right, she's a bit suspicious of this noise.
Oh, crap.
Because she is not stupid. Not fighting hill giants anymore. So she goes. Speed 40. Okay. Bonk! And drops through the hole.
What? Oh, good. She's decided that we're too much of a match for her and she's run away. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Benjin.
There's no hole in the room that I'm in, is there?
No, the room you're in is completely sealed off. There's no windows, there's no doors, there's no hole for the ground or anything like that.
Oh, good. One way in, one way out. That sounds safe. Wait a minute.
Okay, Benjin. Can't hear you, Ben.
You're muted.
You muted, Ben.
you-
Sorry. I've done that a while ago. Right. So Benjin looks at Havarl, and I just say, "We've got this bastard." And with that,
wee business.
he attacks recklessly.
Okay.
Okay. So, do they both hit?
Yes, they both
Yes.
hit. Now, for some reason,
11 and 12.
11 and 12, so
So
24. 23.
23.
Scored 24.
23 points of damage. So that means he gets advantage on his next attack against you, doesn't he?
Which will be deposed by my disadvantage on him.
Yes.
It's the old Havarl Benjin advantage disadvantage trick.
Yes.
Benjin took 2 rounds to remember that. Because he ain't the quickest.
Right.
He isn't the quickest tool in the box. And that would be his saying, because it'd be like, oh yeah, sharp, whatever.
So the Birdmen, one's attacking Benjin.
Well, he would get advantage.
Oh, he get advantage.
Best hit anyway. Well,
Yeah, well, just in case it's critical. Oh, no, it's just so you take 1 damage.
Yeah.
One attacks the boar. Armor class 13 for 6 damage.
That is the boar dead.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Havarl.
I'm just going to be frothing at the mouth. I'm going to be gunning for this giant who's about to kill me. So
That's a hit.
I'm actually going to, with all the righteousness I feel about saving my own life, I'm going to divine smite him by channeling the presence of Tyr into that blow.
Yes.
And I'm going to expend a level 2 spell slot to pump in 3d8.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
That sounds exactly right.
2d8 for a first level and plus 1d8 for each level afterwards. Okay, so let's do
3 8s. Go on. Go on.
Ooh.
So you do a total of 14 points of damage to him, yeah?
yes with my first attack.
Yeah.
Just expend a spell slot. Come on. It's being really buggy tonight. 1 second. Cool. And second attack is... and I'm going to divine smite him again. Same.
Oh, that goes, by the way. That disappears.
Very good.
That's more like it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
16 plus the 6.
22.
So,
22. How's this giant looking?
He's looking a bit bloodied now.
Bit bloodied.
Well, right. This bloodied is actually bloodied is a 40 thing, but I was listening to Chris Perkins doing what's it called?
Dice camera action.
Dice camera action. Yeah, so he still used bloodied. Bloodied basically means he's down to half or less hit points.
Okay.
It basically seems that it's like, oh shit, he's not doing as well as when he started. So it's basically he's not bloodied, or he's dead. It's basically the three states. So
3 stages. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, that was Havarl. Xanhorn.
The muzzle that's on Fell's mouth, how's that held on?
It's so everything is the muzzle. It's a collar which is attached to a muzzle, so it's all in one kind of thing. So the collar is chained to the wall. That's a chain you can see, and then the muzzle kind of is built into that, so it prevents him from basically talking. So he's muffled. He can talk a little bit, but he can't like make much in a way.
Yeah.
And it's basically there is a lock with a keyhole in, but you can also see runes have been etched around it as well.
Oh crap. Okay, well, do the manacles on his legs, do they look like they're just locked, or do they also look ruined in some way?
They are ruined as well.
Well, nothing for this. I'm going to run over to Fell, and as I run, I'm going to pull the chime of opening out of my bag and just whack the lock with it. Bing!
Just whack it. Yes, you whack the lock, and the lock just like click. You've
Perfect.
lost 1 charge of your chime of opening.
Yep.
And he's like, ah. And with that, he kind of grabs hold of it. He kind of swings and like he roars in kind of pain and frustration, and shapeshifts into the halfling that you recognise, so that he just pops out of the chains and then shapeshifts back into a dragon.
We've got you, Fell.
He's like, that bitch, ow, and like starts holding his side. Oh, she really got me. Ow. Oh, what's the plan?
Well, the rest of the champions are next door fighting her and her minions. I'd suggest we grab the remaining champions and then make a sharp exit.
That sounds like a good plan.
If you can take me with you, we could charge through. It's just round to the right outside the door. Mind the hippogriffs.
Okay, so that's quite opportune.
Ha, perfect.
So still in dragon form. Have I got that right? Is that? I think Felgos should be that big. That's right.
So if Fel's okay with it, I will climb up on his back.
You don't even have to go kind of as that much. Felgos kind of just grabs you with one hand and just goes for it. So what's Felgos' movement speed? 40.
This is definitely going in the story. The moment when Xanhorn rode into battle on the back of a dragon. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, providing there's still a battle going on when you get there. Just turn up on a dragon.
Providing he hasn't fallen off as well. Animal handling check.
To be fair, Felgos is going to sprint. He's going to dash. So he will just throw the door aside now and just head straight for it. So he's going to end up there.
Cool.
Okay. And you're coming with him.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, Cenza.
Okay, I am going to... Oh, should the birdies not have gone?
They did, yes.
Okay, sorry, I must have missed that. I thought they would have moved. I'm going to move Stampy down here. He's going to take...
It killed the boar, remember? That's why.
Oh, yeah. That's why, yeah, sorry. I'm going to take a swing at the one attacking Benjin. I can find the thing to play. No, it's not there.
No. Yes, that kills it. Let's make sure I don't just delete my initiative one.
Yeah. Okay. Now, how big is this morning star the giant's wielding?
It's a giant-sized morning star. So if you think a normal morning star is about this long, he's about 5 or 6 times taller than you are. So
excellent. So basically, if I step in behind Havarl, I'm probably going to be within range, aren't I?
Yes.
In that case, I will maybe definitely step back, and I will cast Healing Word on Havarl at level 3.
Okay.
Oh, that's not too bad, actually.
Yeah.
What's that?
For 15 for level 3, Healing Word.
15. Right, back over 50%.
The blood drips off.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you very much. I'm going to nod. Havarl's just going to nod in your direction. Acknowledge the come his way. Oh.
Okay. So, bear with me a second.
What was the trick to get your stat sheet to open in a little
Double click it.
transparent box?
Yeah, double click it. If you don't have it popped out. If you have it popped out, it won't do it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so
If you've already popped out, it's difficult to put it away.
the Cloud Giant will then take us another couple of swings. Again, he will take a swing at Havarl and a swing at Benjin. So they're both going to be normal now, aren't they?
Yes.
So Havarl, class 17, 25.
No, I'm going to duck out of the way of that one.
And the Benjin, 29. So
Jesus.
22 damage.
So does this?
to 11.
Do you still take all that damage, or do you still have it if you're reckless?
Oh no, I half it still.
Yeah, I still have it. It's Barbarian, just shrugged it off.
Yeah.
Your arm's off. No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Benjin.
Right. Same again. So advantage. So what is it?
You going reckless again, are you?
Reckless. I'm going reckless again. Yeah. He needs to be finished off.
21.
Oh yeah,
And crit.
double crit.
Yeah, but in the same one. So that is 16 for the first hit and
21 for the second. That's a
21
for the second.
37.
37?
That's a pretty hefty.
that's a.
I've just got this image of like Benjin there, just like
Yeah.
It's just it's not quite sure just what's done the damage. The fact that he's swinging this giant's sword and the amount of spittle coming out of Benjin's mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's he looking now?
Really bloody.
Right, so this last birdman here is going to move up to Cenza and attack. 19 for 8 piercing.
Yeah.
So he runs forward and strikes you with his spear. Ah! Squat can get you. Havarl.
Well, okay. I am going to first, before and holding my sword, I'm going to utter the incantation of Searing Smite at level 1 to potentially do some burning damage to this giant when I hit him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to plunge my flaming sword deep within its shin.
Ooh. That is not a hit.
Okay, I'm going to try again.
That is a hit.
What is it? So this time it does 1d6 fire damage
Okay.
on top of...
Top of the 12.
Still 14.
He is now on fire and must make a constitution saving throw on his turn if he wants to put it out. I know it's kind of pointless against the giant, but I've done it now.
Every little helps.
Every little helps.
Okay. Xanhorn.
Right. So I'm basically riding Fell at this
Yes.
point. And I guess I probably don't really want to dismount because he can probably go faster than I can. So I will simply, as we ride into battle, I will start playing a dynamic and exciting tune to inspire Fell and give him a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Is that it? No, like that. There you go. It's that thing. So he can add a D8 to his next attack or whatever he wants to do for it.
You mean you're not going to try and carry him on your go?
I'm not you, Benjin. But I will say, as we ride in, like it's time to even the score, Fell.
Right, so he'll dash again, and he gets to about there. He's sprinting as fast as he can. Cenza.
Okay, I am going to get Stampede to have a swing at Birdie Man. I'm going to guess misses.
That the misses indeed.
Okay, so I'm going to say, right, I've bloody had enough of this. Reach out my hand, touch him, and necrotic energy pulses down as I inflict wounds.
Okay.
Jesus!
If you tried to do that on the giant,
Yeah.
Blimey. Okay.
Holy moly.
So basically, yes, that
pile of
it
ash.
just turns into, it just disintegrates into ash in front of you.
That's only 2 off the maximum theoretically possible damage. That's a good effort.
Okay, so it's now the giants.
What's that token doing down there, Steve?
Don't know, John.
Nothing at all, he says.
Nothing at all. And yes, this giant hit. Right, so what does he have to do? Is it the end of his turn? Was it the fire thing?
Oh, yeah, during his turn.
Yeah, start of his turn.
Start of his turn.
It's Constitution save throw DC?
My spell casting is 13.
He's made that save, so the flames go out.
Right.
Again, he will attack Havarl with the first one.
Okay, that's going to hit him. That's going to hit him hard.
And he's going to hit Benjin with the second one. I assume that you've got your shield to give him...
Absolutely, I'm still going to impose disadvantage on this.
Okay, so it ends up being a normal one. Armor class 20 for 19 piercing on Benjin. He's just wailing into you two at this point.
9.
Why won't you die?
9 damage.
Benjin.
Hang on, I've got to take that off. Oh man, Benjin's looking pretty beat up at the moment, but he's just going to go batshit crazy again.
That's a crit. That's it. So 20, 30 plus the 2, that's 34, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
How do you want to do this? No. Cock.
He's still standing. I mean, he's been absolutely wailed upon. You've scored 2 massive strikes on him, like taking out his armour. Havarl.
Alright, he's going for it. Oh no.
Finish him!
Hit. Hang on, whoa. Let's not be hasty, chaps. Let's not be hasty.
No.
The first one is a hit. I can imagine Havarl raising his shield, swinging his sword around so it's face down, and into the giant, and the giant drops to the ground.
Yes.
Is that Benjin going for a high five?
I was going for a high five, but
Sorry, yeah.
I wasn't looking.
I imagine Fal and I hear a cheer from down the corridor.
So I presume that second one. Oh no, there isn't anything else to hit in here.
Not in here.
No, you can't use. Yeah, you're not probably going to be able to use that second one.
Turn advantage off as well before I forget.
Okay, you do still have your movement. Anything else you'd like to do? So Havarl?
I think it is. We wouldn't know that. What's his face is on the way, would we?
You heard
can
the
hear
bang.
something. You can hear a bang, and you can hear something coming down the corridor.
Right, great. I can hear something coming down the corridor, in which probably just take a defensive position here, ready for whatever comes around the corridor.
Okay, Xanhorn.
Would Xanhorn have spotted that Censori is coming up behind them?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you heard the squawking of the griffins die down as you left the room, and then completely go silent. I mean, like unscarily silent. And you look back, and she's in the room, and she's unlocking the cages nearest her.
Oh crap!
At this point, what have happened to the our hippogriffs? Have they stayed in the room or have they fled?
They were in the room where you left them.
So,
yes,
you deliberately using a past tense there, Steve.
I'd assumed that when we went into that room, we'd left them at the door because we tried to hide when Sansori came out. And obviously, like, 2 extra hippogriffs just stood there.
Well, if we're trying to hide, wouldn't we have told them to fly back out and just keep circling round?
How would we have instructed the hippogriffs to do that?
Yeah.
To
You're
play
the
devil's advocate.
You're the one who had the training, my friend.
No.
No, you're right. They probably are on the edge of the. We probably left them on the lip. Now that you say that.
Yeah. Damn it.
I'm just going to have to use that for now. I don't like using these ones, but yeah, I have to use that because it's quick.
Do I need to zoom out?
So, yeah, let's assume they're both there.
It's really difficult to zoom in Roll20.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's awful. Zooming and scrolling is just a pile of arse biscuits.
you have to use if you've got the select token, you can use the pan view. That's actually much better.
If you've got what?
If you're on the select icon at the top left, there's a pan icon,
Alright, select.
which is a little bit easier. I say a little bit.
Oh,
Okay.
that is actually.
Oh yeah, that's so. It's taken us nearly a year.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Yeah.
But now, yeah, okay.
It doesn't work on the scrolling
It has a
screen.
speed.
so
It carries on scrolling though when you let go. That's quite funny.
Okay, so yes, Xanhorn, what are you doing?
So I will nudge Fel and say we've got company, and then realise that the champions are probably down the corridor, don't know what's going on, and yell to them, "We've got company! I've got Fel!"
He kind of turns his head to you. What's the plan? What's the plan?
We fight our way out.
Yeah.
I think there's a way, or we run. From the outside, there was a way ahead and left. So, unless you think you're in good enough shape to fight Countess Sansori, perhaps this would be an opportune time to make a run for it.
Maybe it's time we run.
Could you support 3 more adventurers?
He is a huge item, so I think yes, he can.
We're going to get in such a lot of trouble for losing our hippogriffs.
Should we fly back round to the door and get them if we manage to make it out?
Possibly, yeah. So I'm going to tell Fel to charge towards the opening so that we can pick up the other guys. And in the meantime, I'd like to turn around and take a look at Sansori. Oh, which one? Which one? Right. What are the saves for them? That's the question. Is she wise or is she
Yes.
strong?
Both.
Yes.
Crap.
Yes is the answer.
She's a tank with a computer.
Major image probably won't help. What can I do? What can I do? What were the spells I had? I have to be touching them for that one. That's not going to help. Sending. I don't want to talk to her. That's not going to help. I think probably the best thing I can try. Do we think she's wise or intelligent? What would Xanhorn think? Is she wiser or more intelligent?
You don't know. You've not met a cloud. You've not met many cloud giants, so you've got no point of reference. To be fair.
Let's try and find a point of reference then. So, oh crap, what's the distance on it? 60 feet. How far away are we? That's the other question. Not that thing. Switch to the non-gaming window. Right. We are currently 100 feet away, so we're not going to find out that one now. Let's find out how wise she is. So I'm going to aim a 30-foot cube on her, and I guess there's a hippogriff near her.
Those are the hippogriffs rather than griffins.
Sorry, griffins. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got griffins. They are hippogriffs. So I'll try and.
Yeah.
I'll
No,
try
the
and...
way round. We got hippogriffs.
They're
The
griffins.
griffins are in the cages.
Sorry. Whichever way round it is. Xanhorn's not worrying about semantics for once. He's going to aim his 30-foot cube to encompass as much as he can. So 30 feet, I could probably get Sansorian, the nearest hippogriff.
Griffin.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'll try and get those two.
I'll tell you what, I'll put those. I'll put these in, so you know where they are.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so I can get her and the two hippogriffs.
Yeah, because you can see you just make it up. They're coming up to her like as if they're her like pet dogs or pet cats.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
as soon as she walked in, they went completely silent, and they've all kind of meekly come to the door to the cages while she starts to unlock them.
So
My
she's...
pet dogs never go quiet when I walk in a room. That's just not how dogs work.
Depends how you trained them.
So there you go.
Okay, so as she's unlocking the cages, a twisting pattern of intricate colours and patterns and all just sort of appear in the air around her, and she is forced to make a wisdom saving throw with a DC spell save of 15, along with the two nearest beasties.
Right, hang on a second. Let's just do that. So that card comes up. Sheet, right. Sorry, what was it again?
So
DC
15.
DC 15 wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two griffins will go first. First one.
Nope.
Second one.
Damn it.
It's alright, he got rid of his good roll.
And then
Not sure it works like that.
Rory will do a wisdom check. Yep.
Yeah. Ah!
15! Crack on!
Son of a... Okay, so I got one.
Daughter of a...
So
yes.
close! So she's not that wise.
So the top one is...
What was a very
hypnotised.
lucky roll?
Oh, God. I can't decide which symbol should be which. There you go, time. There's a clock in the top corner because he's hypnotised. Right, so, again, Phil asked, what's the plan? What's the plan, Xanhorn?
Charge forwards, stop in that doorway. We'll pick up the other champions in the doorway. And then we need to charge to the end of the hallway and out the door. We need to get out of here.
Okay. So, he's got a move speed of 40, so he can get to there on a normal move. So he's going to dash. He's going to dash straight ahead, is he?
Yeah, just stop on the corner and let the other guys come on. And as we get to the corner, I'll beckon to them. Guys, come on!
So basically, thundering down this corridor, you all see this bronze dragon run past, and it was just him going, "Run!" with Xanhorn on the back going, "Come on, come on, come on!" So he moves 40 as well, so he'll get to.
It's
there.
time for heroic escape.
Cenza.
Okay, I am going to move my 30, which gets me there. So I'm going to move, which gets me there. And I'm going to cast Sending. And I'm going to send a message to Shoreblood the Hippogriff.
Nice.
And it's going to be, Shoreblood, get out of there. It's dangerous. Try and
take
get
your buddy with
Xanhorn
you.
to come with you.
Nice.
Oh, that's how we could have told them to leave in the first place.
The spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning.
Oh!
Sweet.
And they have Ykril has an intelligence of 2.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Bless you. Gesundheit.
Oh, sorry, I should have muted the microphone before I did that.
It's a very high definition sneeze.
It was, yes. Glorious HD. Right, so she's really pissed off now.
Oh, hang on. As a bonus action, can I chuck a healing word at Benjin?
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh,
8. Every little helps. Mercy buckets.
So she moves to there. And how far is... Having done all that moving to try and get around you, she's found out she can't now. Because you're running away. How far away is she? 150 feet. Bear with me just one moment. Ooh, what's the range of that? Not far enough. She would know that. She's not stupid. Oh no! None of her spells are in range. Okay, so
crap.
she would probably start sprinting forward as well, actually. So she would get to there. Actually, no, she's flying. What the hell am I on about? She would actually have moved another...
She can fly. This might make our escape more tricky.
About there.
What do you think she did? She dropped down a hole.
I assume she dropped onto one of her mounts and it bore her... Not a boar, but it took her to the inside. I didn't realise she could actually fly herself. I wonder why they call them cloud giants.
Benjin.
Oh.
Oh, you hear Felgloss shout, "Grab the braces!"
The
Grab the
braces.
what?
Bracers. Interesting.
Braces.
off the giant corpse.
Oh.
You hear Xanhorn from the corridor. If you got time, the head as well.
Alright. Can I... Would it be an action to check the corpse?
Yes, it would.
Okay. I'll check the corpse.
Okay, you can see he's wearing two very finely crafted braces on each arm. So it's a bit of metal which kind of goes between your elbow and your wrist, basically.
But they're giant size, yeah?
They're giant sized, yeah.
Okay.
Just grab them, Benjin. I can identify them when we're safe.
Okay, is there anything else?
Yes, probably.
There's a head for one thing.
I've already used my action, so I won't have an action to attack the head.
Say it
Someone
again.
else would have to
Attack
do
the
that on the
head
way
or
past.
destroy the brain.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't got anything else on him of worth.
Right. Okay. So I'll grab the braces, and then obviously I will just have my distance. Where's my measure tool? So I can get to there.
This music's good, but it is making it quite tense. That's a good thing. But it's like, come on, guys, come on!
Oh, what's going on? Oh, I see. Sorry, the squares are offset. Right,
Yeah,
that's
sorry
it
about
then.
that.
That's all right.
Okay, Havarl.
Havarl is going to climb under the dead body of the giant and hide.
What?
Okay.
Havarl, what the hell are you doing? We've got to go!
I swore a solemn vow to strike down all evil. I can't leave this menace.
We left the things in the woods. We can come back for this as well.
But she's actually like pure evil.
Havarl, we won't make it if you don't come with us.
Just go.
Right, Havarl, can you make a stealth check, please?
But considering I'm under a giant,
Yes, you still have to make a stealth check. You're still hiding. Hiding is still an action. Unfortunately,
I won't be raging anymore, will I?
No, you won't be. No.
Xanhorn sat on the back of Fel, just with his head in his hands, just like, what the hell happened? Has Benjin and Havarl swapped bodies?
oh no, you're frozen. I've lost everything.
Everyone else.
We've lost you, Steve. Is it just me and you, Havarl?
You guys?
You seem fine.
I'm still here.
Hi.
Hello?
He's gone.
Rory, can you hear me?
I think Discord's just shut the bed.
Oh, I'm going to shit.
That any better?
Ah, that's a lot better.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Ben, are you there?
I'm here.
Ah, there we go. Excellent.
I never left.
So the last thing I was aware of happening, John put his hands on his head and
Yes, that was the last thing I saw as well. John put his hands on his head.
So
Was the last thing I saw. And Havarl rolling a 4 on his stealth check.
So Xanhorn put his head in his hands and just sat there like, what happened? Has Benjin and Havarl just been body swapped or something? Like, has sense left him? Havarl, don't die here alone.
I will die here. I'll die. I will serve good. Just get out of here. Save yourselves.
Save yourself as well. We could all live. We can come back and kill them later.
So Felgalos hears this conversation, just goes, "Oh well, looks like it's another roll of the dice, doesn't it?" And turns around. Xanhorn, it is your action.
Oh, crap. Well, let's try and make this easier on everyone.
Run!
I can't get him to run. It's a fucking dragon. So, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Oh my god. Okay. Then I will try and flash another hypnotic pattern around Sansuri.
Okay.
So she needs to make another wisdom saving throw. God damn it! There goes that.
Okay. So
Before I finish, though, I will. Who's closest? Fel's already got some bardic inspiration. Is that Benjin next to me? Then I will, as a bonus action, whistle a little tune of we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die, all gonna die. It's all Havar's fault. Blah 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 blah. So you have some bardic inspiration, Benjin. Please help us survive. Please help us survive.
So what's that one?
You can add 1d8 to any skill check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Actually, I would still be raging at the moment, I think.
No, you didn't attack anything.
You didn't attack anything. Or
No.
didn't get attacked.
Yeah, but surely that's if I don't get attacked before the next go.
No, you had a whole round of not doing any attacks or being attacked.
Yeah,
We'll
last
discuss
turn.
this afterwards.
Yeah, you had a whole round of doing nothing, so you
You
lose
pick
your
some
rage.
braces up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but surely though I get the chance to be attacked.
There's nothing
says-
to attack you at this point.
No. But if there was, it says if blah blah ends early if you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since then. So
But you
surely I get the whole round to take damage.
You haven't been attacked.
Oh, yeah.
But you haven't been attacked either. And it would have been 2 rounds.
No, because the last round
Hang
that
on,
would have
hang on,
counted
hang
for
on.
the previous round.
Hang on.
It's a moot point because there's no one close enough to attack
Oh no,
me at the moment.
it
Anyway.
is only if Sanzori attacks you this turn. Yeah, because this turn
Yeah.
you picked the braces, then I hid, then
Yeah.
Xanhorn sang his ditty. Felgalas turned around, so it's now Cenza's turn. Then it's Sanzori's, and if Sanzori doesn't damage you, your rage ends.
Yeah.
Which is unlikely to do, but yeah.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
It's gone.
Right.
It ends early if you are knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. So he didn't take any damage in between his last 2 turns.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. When my turn ends, not
When
the
your
round.
turn ends, yes. When your turn ends.
Right, cool. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so who are we on? We're on Fel, aren't we? So.
Yeah.
60 feet away, is he? So Fel turns around. 5, 10, 15, 20. That should do it quite nicely. Goes Fel.
Benjin's like, what the fuck's going on? He sees him running back the other way. I'm like, what am I doing?
No. You see Fel turn around and kind of pace forward, like his head low. The wings are like flush to his back.
So he's on his haunches, like.
He's flicking at this point. And he breathes out basically a storm of lightning down the corridor towards.
Xanhorn sat on his back, and this is probably the most incredible thing that's ever happened to him. It's like, this is going to be the best story.
But it does 1 point of damage.
5 seconds ago, you were cursing this whole situation.
If we get to tell it.
So, he uses his lightning breath, which excels in a lightning in a 90-foot line exceeds 5 feet wide. So basically, just bolt of lightning comes out of his mouth directly at Cenza, and she must make a DC 19 Dex saving throw.
I'm guessing giants aren't particularly dexterous.
She rolls an 11.
Yes!
So she takes 12d10 damage.
This could be significant.
Or it might not be, and we're fucked.
So I'm going to have to manually type in 12. There we go. That's right, isn't it? 12d10?
Yeah.
Check that's not miswritten. No, that is 12d10.
12d10.
That's 60 damage he does in one go.
Jesus.
Oh, exactly half. Ironic.
Some random.
Oh, hang on, you said 12d10?
Don't forget, he can add his...
That's 12d12.
It's 12d10, yeah. But don't worry, it's supposed to do on average 66. That's fine.
He can add his bardic inspiration to it as well, I think.
No, it'll be to attack rolls.
I thought
It's not usually to damage.
it was.
It's usually to the d20 roll, so there's no d20 roll there.
You're right. Yeah, D20.
It's a skill roll and attack roll that gets added to. Okay, Cenza.
Okay.
It's...
So right in front of you is this dragon breathing a lightning bolt down the corridor. with Xanhorn riding on the back of it, looking a little bit pale and a little bit amazed.
Okay, I am just checking my...
I'm just going to do very quickly, see if the breath weapon recharges. It does not.
Crap.
Okay, so I'm going to move up 30 feet to here. And...
Let's suggest she goes somewhere else. Hey, Cenza.
yeah, she's within 60 feet. So I, as a bonus action, can I shout up to Xanhorn, get ready to distract her?
Trying.
As I cast Banishment.
Ooh, this is new.
Oh.
Banishments. One action,
she's-
60 range, 60 feet.
Yeah, she's just within 60 feet.
60 feet. An item distasteful to the target. Ooh, have you got a spell focus?
Yeah.
Right, okay, that's fine. Otherwise, that would be interesting.
Hang on. Let me just check how the cutting words work.
Yes.
You attempt to send one creature that you can see in range to another plane of existence. Target must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished. Right, what is your DC?
My DC is 15.
Okay, this should be interesting. Let's see if she fails or passes her charisma saving throw. 14!
Yes!
Xanhorn's both triumphant at the same time, like, why did it fucking never work on me?
Right, you're at...
Nice.
If the target is native to a plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demi-plane while their target is incapacitated. It remains there until the spell ends, which is 1 minute times. You've got 10 rounds.
Yeah. Okay. Right, she's gone for the moment. We need to get out now.
Havarl, there you go. She's dead. We've killed her. Let's go.
I think Ben might be froze.
He's just really triumphant.
It's really triumphant. I was starting to get stiff there, trying to hold that. Frozen.
Brilliant.
Oh, the target is banished with a faint popping noise. Just disappears from existence.
Seems reasonable.
Oh man.
Oh my god, you can target additional creatures at higher levels.
Yes.
Okay, so that's Cenza's action. Captain Rory now is not there. Benjin, what are you doing?
I don't know. Who am I going to punch now?
You just need to get out of here in the next minute.
Xanhorn will reach down and say, the time for punching is gone. Let's get out of here.
Oh god, don't like. Oh right, yeah. I guess I'll climb on the back of Fergalas.
Okay, Havarl.
Oh, hang on. We had 1 minute, did we?
Yeah, we've got
Well,
10 rounds.
You've got 10 rounds before she comes back again.
No. No. If I concentrate for a minute, she's gone.
What?
What?
If the target is within your area, but while their target is it remains until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left or in the nearest unoccupied space. If the target is native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on, the target is banished with a faint pop and returned to its home plane.
Whoa!
It ends before 1 minute.
If it ends before 1 minute, so as long as Cenza just keeps concentrating.
The target remains until the spell ends. I'm going to look at the...
That can't be right, surely.
That's just incredible.
That's how I read it. But if I concentrated for a minute, she's gone.
Otherwise, the target doesn't return. If this,
The target is basically when you want to take space, return to
Oh, okay. Well, hang on. I better move back because that obviously changes things.
Right, that is. Oh, it's banishing smite. Well, the target remains until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left.
Oh, it's if it's a different plane of existence.
Yes.
Right.
If the target is native to the plane of existence,
Yeah.
it is banished there, returning to its home plane.
Oh, I see.
It's so if you do it like a demon.
Yeah.
Demon, right, or a fae or something like that. Right, my apologies, that's me misreading it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay,
yes, since it is native to this plane, she will come back in a minute.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Havarl.
Oh no, hang on. It's my go. Still. 20. Yeah, alright, I'll just jump on the Fergalas. So I was trying to work out whether I had enough movement to chop the giant's head off and then jump on him.
These should have moved as well.
So, just to be clear, I hid under a giant to do some sort of sneak attack, which would have blatantly failed. Then Falgas turned round, shot a storm of lightning bolts at the giant. Then Cenza runs up to the corner, casts a spell. There's a faint popping noise, and everybody that can see what happened cheers. Yeah. So I guess Havarl is going to stand up, put his sword away, and go, right, let's go.
Chop the giant's head off!
As if it was all part of the plan.
Xanhorn was just sat on top of Fel, just shaking his head like, oh my god.
Okay, Cenza, are you doing the same then? Are you all trying
yeah, jumping on Fel. Yeah.
Right, he goes, hold on tight, Raiders. He is going to go to there in the first round. So can I grab all of you, move you all in one go? Yes, okay.
As we go past the giant, is there any chance we can take its head off?
You can try.
I'm gonna say to Benjin, as we get past the giant, you swing for it, and I'll grab it with the bag. So I'll be sat behind Benjin with the bag open.
You can make one attack roll as you go past.
If you had only one chance.
Just a normal attack roll.
Normal attack roll. Because whenever you take it, you're going to swing with your greatsword to try and take the head off the giant.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Worth a shot. No. Let's go.
I should have used the dice. The bardic. It might come in useful yet.
It's not too late. You could add it.
Some of you have also got inspiration, remember, as well.
Yeah. What is inspiration again?
Before you roll the dice, you can say you're going to use inspiration and give yourself advantage on the dice roll. So it's anything that involves a d20.
Right. Cool. I'm not going to do that. Shit could still go down.
But you could use your bardic inspiration at least.
I could do. Can I still do that, Steve?
Well, you told. I mean, technically, I haven't told you if it's a success or a failure, because it's pretty bloody obvious it's going to be a failure at 10. So, if you wish, you can. Yeah.
All right.
That's a failure.
Yeah.
Worth a shot. Xanhorn tucks the bag away.
So,
I'll put the braces in the bag before you tuck it away.
Okay.
So, as you're holding on to Felgalos for dear life, Felgalos just dives through the hole in the middle of the floor, straight down. I mean, like, not just a case of like, oh, I'm going to do this gracefully. He basically goes into a complete nosedive, tucks the wings in, goes straight and floats like. And you're holding on for dear life.
I imagine we do this, and as they're going up to the hole, Xanhorn's like, "This is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing." And as they go through,
So he basically just goes into a complete nosedive, and you all have to hold onto his scales with absolutely as high as possible, as hard as possible. As you're doing this, you notice some of the griffins have start circling and diving after you as well. And your hippogriffs see you and try and follow. And the griffins, as the griffins get closer, Felgalos does this weird kind of thing where you feel this kind of shimmer of force come out of him.
Okay.
Which doesn't seem to affect you. It can just completely goes past you.
We felt this before, haven't we?
Yes, you have felt this before. It's very, very similar to the first time you met him. And the griffins just suddenly turn tail and head back to the castle. But he levels off a little bit, but he's still diving down rather than flying across. Mm-hmm. And at the very last moment, you can see the ground is now rushing up at you.
Fel. You need to pull up now, buddy.
He opens his wings and glides out.
Awesome.
And lands, looking up. Okay, we need to get out of here as quickly as possible. That should buy us some time, but... Sorry?
Why, if we need to get out of here, why did you land here? Why did we not fly further away?
Because the ballistas
I'm not
point
criticizing.
outwards.
Okay, that's a very good idea.
The ballistas. The big crossbow thingies.
It's a castle. There's about 10 storm giants on those battlements right now, probably manning the balusters.
Will they be able to see down here through the fog, through the mist?
No, thankfully there's no way of... that hole is the only entrance down that I saw.
Well then, let's make it really difficult for anyone to find us.
Are our hippogriffs with us yet?
Yes, they catch up and make their way. Okay, right. So he suggests kind of like finding some place in the moors to hide.
Yeah.
Can you all make a stealth check? Felgalos will join you in a stealth check.
You can add 10 to it. Don't forget.
Oh, good work. Good work, Xanhorn.
So 16, 16, 30, 33.
It's alright. It's alright.
Xanhorn and Fel just blend into the ground. You're not even sure that they're actually there anymore.
Where have they gone?
31.
31.
Nice.
So you find like a little, like a small cave in the moor side, which you can just hunker down in. And Felgalos turns himself into his halfling form, just to kind of keep down. You keep your hunker down, and you do actually see the castle come low. Like, so it's rather than being like a mile up in the sky, it's like a few 100 feet off the ground, and it's circling as if it's trying to search for something.
And are we're just hunkering down, hiding for a bit.
Yes, I think so.
Do we get the chance to have a short rest?
You can have a short rest if you wish, yeah?
Okay.
What do you reckon, guys?
That's if you guys are hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fel,
Yeah.
Fel, would you appreciate a moment of rest to recover yourself a little bit?
Yeah, definitely.
I have some healing abilities. If you need some wounds mending.
I can. No offense, but I can probably take a bit more of a beating than you boys. So it's fine.
So remind me, how do we use hit dice? Short
You.
rest. We can use as many as we like if we do a short rest.
In fact, if you have a look in the compendium.
So Xanhorn,
Right.
while you guys are trying to heal yourself, will play very, very softly. It almost sounds like the wind, but on his flute he will play a song of rest.
So yes, you can use any number of hit dice to regain hit points equal to what you rolled.
Oh, right, and I just keep hitting hit dice, do I? And then, right.
Yes.
An extra D6.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You guys each get an extra D6.
1d6 as well.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we just...
Oh,
do we
well
have to
done,
say,
boys.
do you have to say how many we're using in advance, or can we just keep using them?
It's not clear.
No, sorry.
Okay. Well,
I wondered that. But I don't. It isn't clearly stated.
I've always played it that you just roll one dice and then another dice, then another dice, and pick
Ah,
when to
right,
stop.
okay. Right,
Because you are expending a resource when you do it.
here I go. Right,
You've got a limited number of hit dice.
I'll roll my d6 first, actually.
So we're saying that if I wanted to, because my first roll was terrible, I can just roll another one.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll tell you what. Let's do that for now. We'll look it up in between games. Make sure that's right.
5 hit dice, right.
That's 6, okay.
Ooh, 13.
Okay. Can I, while we're resting, do a ritual cast of Identify on the... What's that face for?
Because I've just realised I can add my own music to Roll20.
Ooh.
That's new.
Excellent.
Is that because of the upgraded package, or is that just?
I don't know. I don't know if it's the upgrade, if it's the change of.
So they've done something recently, haven't they?
Yeah.
Done a load of upgrades and lost a load of data.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
3 hit dice has just literally taken me back up to full. You can't go above full, can you?
No, you can't
No.
get above full. No.
I've managed to roll absolutely abysmally. I rolled a 1 followed by a 2.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And I've still got 5 hit dice. Why haven't we done this before?
We've never had chance to have a breather
Just a
between
short
fights.
rest.
It's either been smash, 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 smash. Everyone's exhausted. Go and sleep for a night.
Oh,
You've
that's
won,
better.
or
Yeah.
there's no chance to recover. Did you roll your extra dice, Ben? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I did that first, and then yeah.
Anyway, can I do a Witcher cast identify on the braces, please?
Yes, they are braces of defense.
Ooh.
Okay.
So what does that do?
What are
It gives you +2 armor class if you are
A
wearing.
giant.
Well, you're wearing the braces. You get +2 armor class if you are wearing no armor and using no shield.
I hand them to Benjin.
Yeah.
How is he going to wear them?
they? Yeah.
I believe magic items actually.
Once Cenza hands the giant-sized braces to Benjin, and Benjin just puts them over his wrist, they resize and fit him perfectly, like as if they were designed for him.
Oh, by the way, I've had
Sweet.
to sit there for 10 minutes holding these bloody things as well.
In full size.
So,
Yeah.
so what are they called?
Braces of defense.
Braces of defense, right?
You
Is
can-
this your first magic item, Benjin?
It is, yeah.
Do you
Braces
guys
of
have a
defense.
flying boat, do you?
While wearing these braces, you gain +2 armor class if you are wearing no armor and using no shield.
Which yeah, that's me. So let's find that in the.
So hopefully you should be able to just drag and drop that in.
Braces of defense. Right. So where would I drag and drop it?
I don't know. You'll have to sort that out in between.
So normally, if you find it in the search thing, just drag it onto your character sheet on
Yeah.
the core bit. It'll drop into
Yeah.
the
It
equipment
doesn't work
bit.
if you've got it popped out in a separate window.
No.
Oh, it drops into the equipment, does it?
Yeah.
Right.
And you
But
should
then
see
I'd
your
probably-
AC go up, I imagine.
Yeah. What was my AC?
Right, should we leave Benjin doing that while we work out what we're going to do next?
I think it's clear we probably need to get back to drop off our mounts. Fel, is there anywhere safe that you know of?
My AC's just dropped.
That doesn't sound right.
That sounds the opposite of right.
I'd leave them off now and just use the bonus
Yeah.
if it comes to it.
Hang on. How do I remove them?
Just at the bottom.
You click on the little padlock thing, haven't you, and then
Yeah.
delete.
Yeah. Okay. And then my AC is even lower.
Hey,
Oh, right. My AC was on 15. It's now on 12.
yeah, I just noticed that. No, it was on 14 and then went to 12.
Yeah, but it was on 15 before I added the braces.
Were you wearing? You weren't wearing armor, were you?
No.
Do any of your animal totems give you increased armor?
I don't know. I'll look it up in a minute. After out of game.
We know your
I'm gonna set it-
AC's 15 plus whatever
If
the
your AC
braces
is
are.
15, we can deal with this later. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to set it back to 15.
Well, we know that it should be 17, don't we? So
It's 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier.
10 plus what?
Your dex modifier plus your constitution modifier.
Dex and Constitution.
So it should be 15.
Yeah,
So with the base of defense, it should be 17.
yeah. So why? it's
Because it
obviously
might- it
adding
might
my
have ca-
con.
It might have cancelled out your con bonus
Oh, right.
because it assumes you're wearing an item. It does say when you're not wearing any armor. I think it must be a roll 20
Yeah.
problem.
Because braces don't count as armor, do they?
No, because they're a magic item.
Okay, right. I'll add that in and then
It will
manually write it 17.
Attune.
They need attunement, so you need to spend a rest attuning to them, so it doesn't matter now anyway.
Oh, okay. Right.
But soon.
All right, I'll add them in. Change it to
Yes.
15, then 17. How long does that take?
It
Just
takes a
long-
rest. A rest,
Right.
yeah. So you can't do it at the moment unless you want to take another rest.
Ah.
What's the castle doing if we slyly peek out?
It's done a circle and is now heading off.
Okay. Then I imagine we wait a little bit until it's far enough out that we think we're definitely not going to get spotted again.
What time of day is it?
It's actually coming on to nightfall because it was late afternoon when you attacked the castle, and now you've had a short rest. So yes, night is about to fall.
Suggest we don't stay here overnight.
We're in a cave with a dragon.
One that isn't trying to eat us.
Yes, I would say actually staying here would be fairly sensible.
What do you think, Fel?
It makes sense, doesn't it? If we
If
stay
anything,
here,
it's a really daft thing. They would assume that we would move,
True.
right? So by doing what they assume, by doing the opposite, we'll actually give ourselves more of a chance.
True.
Or we trek through the night. Two of you can see at night at dark as well as at day. So we've had a bit of a rest.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, I can see not as bad. I can see some stuff, but it's not as good as daylight.
I don't understand how this works because I just have normal human eyes. I'm sorry. Right? So, but if you wanted to, we could actually trek through the night.
I think
because it would be even harder to spot then.
what does that spell do that you cast, Cenza?
For what I cast on Censura,
Yes.
it banishes her for a minute to a demi-plane.
so. She would have
A minute, so she would have come back by now then. Okay.
long
Absolutely.
ago.
Oh, she's going to be bloody furious now.
How did she capture you in the first place?
Because she's a tricksy cow. She welcomed me in, showed me round, showed me the Nightstone.
They have the Nightstone there, then.
Yeah,
We knew that
That
she'd
was
taken it, but we didn't
that
know
was
that
the
she still
first
had
problem. That was the first problem. That has a weird effect on me. I hope I don't know if it's just all dragons or just me, but I felt myself very weak and felt myself nodding off. The next thing I know, I'm slapped in chains and she's standing over me with that blasted spear, trying to get questions out of me, answers out of me.
We're sorry it took us so long to find you, by the way.
That's all right. It's not exactly just off the main trail, is it?
No, what type of questions was she asking? What was she trying to learn, do you think?
She seems to think me, being a dragon, knows where I can find ancient dragon treasures.
Well,
Was there something in particular that she was after?
She just kept on saying, where did the dragons hide it all? Where did they hide it all? I don't know what she means. I'm not that old. You know, Clouth or one of those other ones. Why are those the ones? No, I know she wasn't torturing like Clouth or old Gnawbone, was she?
Gnawbone might know. Interesting.
yes, let's go have a chat with hers.
Whoa! Whoa! Calm down, boys. I
She
could have
does-
a few weeks' rest at this rate, and
Well,
I'm not speaking to that one.
I'm not suggesting we do it now. I'm just saying that, we're in the habit of rescuing dragons, and now there are two
He
dragons.
raises an eyebrow at this.
There are two dragons that now owe us a favour.
Which is the other dragon?
Well, I mean, we rescued you, and we rescued old Gnawbone.
After a fashion.
What?
Well, I mean, we saved her from being enslaved by the dragon orb.
That's a unique way of putting it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty accurate, Xanhorn says, with at least what he thinks is conviction.
Can I insight Xanhorn to see if he's taken one too many blows to the heads?
You can
No,
try.
he hasn't. He wasn't even in the fight.
Ooh.
Oh! God damn it!
Xanhorn believes everything he's saying.
And that's all that matters.
So, hang on. You had a dragon orb.
Yeah.
And then
But what-
what?
Hang on. You mean we had a dragon orb? I thought there was the dragon orb.
Well, I don't know how true it is, but I hear there's 5 of them.
Oh, bollocks.
Don't worry, they haven't been
That's
seen.
25 paintings to explore.
Well, I mean, don't look so dejected, fellas. I mean, you've got one. You've got it out of, I assume, some nasty villain's hands.
Yeah, and then we made sure
Well,
that it was
there they go. Then that's I mean, the other four have been lost. I mean,
we've managed to make sure that one is destroyed now, so that's a good thing, right?
right. That's okay then.
Lost. If the likes of us can find them, they can't be that lost.
Benjin, don't be so... I mean, we're the champions of chance.
I'm forever in your debt, boys.
Well, you came to our aid before.
We'll call it even, my friend. I owe you my life.
What are friends for, right?
I am very grateful. I think I may have to have a few weeks just to get over this. We don't seem to heal as quick as you younger races, unfortunately. What's next? Once the heat's off from this castle, what's the plan? Well, what's going on? I mean, I've been out of action for 2 or 3 weeks. I got your messages, Cenza, but I don't do much about them. What is exactly is going on?
Well, giants are... Well, actually, Xanhorn, I'll let that bard regale you with the story. He likes the sound of his own voice, you see.
As do you all, I'm sure. Okay.
At this point, Havarl's going to have a little nap while Xanhorn tells the story.
So, yeah. So giants are pretty much marauding the Sword Coast. All of them. It seems like the fire giants are trying to assemble some sort of dragon-killing Goliath. But we thwarted that one by basically stealing a key piece, selling it off and getting it melted down. Tick.
Selling it off.
It seemed like the stone giants were trying to search for this orb of dragonkind, and we snatched that from out of their clutches and got Norbone to destroy it.
Tick.
Nice. Tick. Yeah.
You can't help it. There was a massive raising of eyebrows from Felglass at that last statement. With Norbone to destroy a powerful magic item.
That's it. Yep. The fire giants are hunting for something. We don't quite know what yet.
I thought it was the aforementioned dragon-killing golem thing.
Yes, sorry, frost giants.
Ah.
The frost giants are after some sort of artifact, and we don't quite know what yet. But we know that they were hunting a Harper agent. And by we, Xanhorn suddenly realises he's telling you stuff that he hadn't relayed to you. Crap, was I supposed to tell them that or not? Never mind. In essence, there seems to be something wrong.
Did you have under a week or was it me?
I know you had under a week. I gave him a little bit more credit than was due.
You do tend to see the best in people, don't you?
I try to much to my chagrin.
Xanhorn hasn't noticed any of this going on. He's still taking great delight in telling this heroic story about all their exploits. In essence, it seems like the Ordning is breaking down. The fire giants are clamouring to take control. Sansori did think that she was finding something incredible by, I guess, finding it out from you.
Yeah, she said she was after some kind of, as I said, some hoard of dragon treasure. Now, I know cloud giants, they like to show off. So maybe she's just trying to hoard something, basically just make her own galleries look amazing. Maybe that's what she's trying to do. It doesn't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean they're all trying to, kill and control. What about the hill giants? Did you say?
Hill giants have been trying to amass enormous quantities of food, as far as we can tell. They've been going to war at various towns to try and steal their supplies.
Yeah, that's what kind of Well, that's what led me to you in the first place. Well, no, I was following those Enterim, to be fair. So, what's your plan now?
Well, we don't know what the storm giants are doing, do we?
No.
We have no idea where they are, and I think trying to work out what they're doing might be sensible. There's young Havarl over in Yata who's causing trouble and has got a giant killing sword.
Yeah.
Useful.
Yeah,
A sword that kills giants would be quite handy at this time, I
Yes,
suspect.
I feel that would be our excellent next place.
And there was something for us to do over in Mirabar as well, but I can't quite remember. Taking one too many blows to the head, you see.
Well,
one
thing we're looking for is Harshnag, the frost giant.
Yeah, I believe
that's the one. The frost.
They were in the Valley of Kedron.
There you go.
Serves.
Valley of Kedri, that's it.
Valley of Kedri. Where the bloody hell is that?
I don't think it's on the map, if I remember rightly.
Well, that's really far away then. Okay.
It's slightly
in the
to the
eye
right
of the
of a very
All-Father.
obnoxious-looking tiefling.
Oh, yeah.
So, we can either go very, very far north, or we can look for this giant sword. So, yes, I think giant killing sword. Because between you and me, boys, I didn't really like being hit by that giant quite as often as I was.
No.
I think anything we can do to put that at bay would be good.
Yes.
So Yatar's next.
What about these hippogriffs? Should we take them to Yata, make an entrance?
Don't see why not. Flying horses is better than that bloody cart. No offence, Boris.
So, you know how to contact me, Cenza, yes?
Yes.
I could do with laying low for a couple of weeks and not antagonising any giants for a short period of time, I think.
That seems like a sensible course of action.
Can the giants identify you when you're in your house?
I don't think so, no. Unfortunately, I went and visited Sanzori in their my full-on giant, my dragon form. So there was no hiding from that, shall we say?
Well, will you journey with us to Yata? Our business there won't keep us there long. We could leave you there, safe and snug in an inn to recover and recoup and lay low.
I have a little hidey hole in the Star Metal Hills, just east of here. I think west of here. Sorry, I would like to recoup there for a few weeks, but then I will. I will be available for help if you need it.
Well, what of your mission? What were you doing?
Well,
we can help you with. Really.
You told me to go find this Nightstone, didn't you? So I saw this castle. I went and asked for directions, and next thing I know, I'm chained up and well, yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Don't ask you to do anything again. Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, well, we'll see what happens. Let's see what the gods of chance say for us, eh?
The gods of chance?
The gods of chance.
That's a lofty goal.
That's an even better name. Why didn't I think of that? You're too kind, Fel.
All right. Then we sleep here for the evening and then depart at first light.
Sounds sensible.
That sounds good.
That it does.
Right, just in case, then I am going to. Hey, giant weasel, keep watch on us while we sleep. Sorry, no, just a badger. Just a badger.
Just a badger.
Just a badger. Help us keep watch.
So, yes, you spend the night to get a long rest to get all your hit points back now and any spell slots.
And half your hit dice if you spent some.
And half your hit dice you've spent, yes. You mount your hippogriffs and choose your route, basically.
Is it half the hit dice we spent or half the total hit dice?
Half
the
hit
total.
Half your total.
Yeah, okay, cool. So get them both back. Oh, and have I now attuned?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you have now attuned.
17 then. There we go. Sorted.
Hurrah! We didn't die fighting a giant in her fortress.
And I got something out of it with a bit of a nudge and a wink.
Nice. Cool. Then we fly for Yata.
Did you say that we didn't kill Sansori? That she reappeared?
No, we killed her.
Managed to banish her.
Shut up, Cenza. Definitely dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Right, let us fly.
I'm driving. Remember back.
Sorry, backseat flyer.
Right, you can travel 54 miles in a day, but we'll round it up to 4 hexes in a day you can travel. So choose your route, gentlemen.
Didn't we decide that Benjin was our best bet for navigating?
Yes, but is it not just to be the case? Oh, wrong thingy. We want to just get straight on to, unless there's no particular. Right, so what I'm trying to say is, let's just get to the road. Let's try and get out of the Evermoors as quickly as possible.
We could always
Travel to
try and
Everland.
get to Silvery Moon and use the half teleport there.
Yeah.
Well, we won't be able to do that with the hippogriff.
Hippogriffs, that's true.
Everland is where the link is.
And if we're going to Everland, then why not just return the hippogriffs back to the Hawk's Nest? Then it's a long time travel. I reckon we should just head towards Yata.
Yeah.
We've got the fastest mode of transport we're ever going to have, really.
Yeah.
Short of Fell.
Yeah.
I would suggest we head straight for the Evermore Way, and then we stop by Calling Horns and go to Yata.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which way did we see the castle head?
It has headed towards Osterlin's Hold.
Okay.
So
To the southeast.
Southeast, yeah.
So we maybe want to head west first, then.
Yeah.
West and then southwest.
Okay.
So, what is your plan then? So
we head towards, was it the Laughing Flow?
Yeah.
Near the H on the Evermoors?
So we want to kind of go way.
Now, we haven't got a map, have we?
No, but we have to trust that we're just moving westerly.
you've got a Benjin.
Yeah.
And we have the ability to pop above the clouds, haven't we?
Well, yeah.
We're flying, so
We're flying, yeah. So just
okay. Can are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just going hell for leather, or what?
I would say we're trying to be stealthy and generally avoid being spotted by the castle filled with really pissed off cloud giants.
if we know the cloud giants have gone south, we'll definitely try and be stealthy for the first, I don't know.
For the first day, at least.
First day or so, until we're reasonably sure that we've gotten out of their reach.
Okay. So usually that means going a little bit slower because you have to take your time a little bit. So you do 3 hexes rather than 4 on the first day.
Okay.
That takes us to the E of the Evermoors.
Okay.
What nasty things lurk in the Evermoors?
Can Benjin, or whoever's navigating, make a skill check, please?
Which one?
Well, who's navigating? Come on, character sheet load. Make a survival skill check, please.
Ben?
Sweet.
Okay.
So Benjin gets his lay of the land, gets a bit of a sniff of the air, and reckons he knows exactly where he's going. And he's right.
Yeah.
He knows exactly where he needs to go.
Back in a tick, guys.
Bop, 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 bop.
That way.
Ooh, excuse me. Right. Are you carrying on this plan then? Are you carrying on at a slow pace? Or are you going speeding up a bit now?
Do we have any indication where the Cloud Castle is now?
You have no idea at this point, no.
So we've got no idea
Can't
of
see
seeing
it.
it. Okay, in which case we will, for at least the next day, travel slowly again.
Yeah, we know it's been over the Evermoors for ages, so I don't think we'd speed up until we're at least out of the Evermoors, would we?
No.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
1, 2, 3. So we're going to be here this time.
So when you make camp that night, some rather dangerous. You notice some rather dangerous-looking cats start to surround, but Felgloss decides to accompany you, and turns into his dragon form and scares the shit out of them, and finds it absolutely hilarious when he does this. Okay, Benjin, can you make another survival check then to navigate the following day?
All right.
Yep.
So,
good.
Steve,
Good
are we
work.
now on the? Are we out of the Evermoors? Are we out of this kind of misty
Yes.
cloudiness?
Yes, you're now on this kind of flint rock. You're on the very edge of the Evermoors now, onto this kind of flint rock area.
Lovely. And do we know what Flint Rock is? Does anyone know what Flint Rock is? Is it worth dropping in since we're so close?
Possibly. Would Xanhorn have heard about it?
Make history checks, people.
Now we can talking.
Benjin can do it with advantage.
I was going to say, would it be close enough for me to possibly know? Which check? What check? Sorry.
History check. Benjin can do it with advantage.
History. Oh, yeah, Benjin will need advantage. Oh, God.
So Benjin doesn't
Flint
have a
who?
bloody clue what it is. But Cenza, you seem to recall that Flint Rock is an ancestral homeland of one of the Uthgard barbarian tribes.
And I don't know. Right, fair enough.
Your notes say because it's the region owned by the Elk tribe.
Oh, okay.
No, saying hi.
So what are you doing, chaps?
Are we calling in, Benjin? Are you on good terms with the Elk tribe?
Not really on good terms with any of the tribes, to be honest.
You're
Let's
not
not
really on
risk
good
it,
terms
then.
with anyone.
No.
Basically, oh no, I don't know if Benjin would admit that.
I would have thought Benji has a filter.
Actually, yeah. My tribe is kind of the laughing stock of all barbarian tribes.
Surely.
You don't
not.
So it's not that I'm not. It's not that I'm not on good terms with them. There is tribes that we are not on good terms with, but they might take the piss a bit if they saw me.
Who would do such a thing? Xanhorn
I
tries
know,
to keep a straight
well-
face.
To be fair, it's the tribe. They, as I said, I grew up on a farm. My tribe has, how can I put it, lost their barbarian ways.
Xanhorn looks across at
They've
Cenza.
abandoned.
What does that
They've abandoned tradition, basically. My tribe. So
Okay.
that's why I can go into towns a bit. I'm not completely alien to it, but it's also why I left my home, because I was more angry and barbarian than the rest of them there, because they were a bit pansy.
So you're too barbarian for your tribe, but not barbarian enough for the youth guard.
Yeah, well, I might be barbarian enough for them, but unfortunately, because of the tribe I come from, I'll get tarred with the same brush.
Tarred with the pansy brush. Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Xanhorn's just had an idea for a new song about.
It's obviously the guy. I guess the guys will see that it's a bit embarrassing for Benjin to be admitting this.
It's okay, Benjin. We've all had slightly odd upbringings, I'm sure.
Yeah. So yeah. So we can go there. I don't know what kind of reception we'll get.
No, there's no need for us to go there. It was just
They're not a mortal
opportune
enemy. They're not a mortal enemy.
No, let's head to Yartar. Let's head to Yartar and look for
Let's
a
just
young
keep
Havarl.
going.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
This time, I don't think we'll bother moving particularly stealthily now. We're kind of out in the open.
Yeah.
We want to make this bit as quick and short.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to say you have to do a navigation check because you can basically go hell for leather.
Follow the roads now.
Yeah. Travel.
Do the other group do this much travelling? We seem to cover a lot of the map.
No, they haven't done as well. They've done.
They did at the start, didn't they?
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, they jumped on a boat and the boat did all the travelling for them.
true. Yes. So you do
We should
4
be
hexes.
learning things. I should have bought a brewer's kit and been like trying to brew stuff on the way, or whittling
Whilst
something.
flying.
Speaking of, how much money have we got ready to be divvied up?
We have.
And jewels, yeah, money and jewels.
and-
Well,
yeah.
What do you mean money to be divvied up? We haven't got any money.
We have. There is
We
money and
have.
jewels in the bag. There's not as much
Yeah.
as we should have. Everything we've been having, but there was like a ruby pendant worth what 700 odd gold, and there was
Yeah.
Where the blasted hell was I when this ruby pendant turned up?
So we have a 750 GP ruby pendant and 850 gold pieces from all those giant heads that are disgusting and we shouldn't be collecting.
oh, we've still got one in the bag, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not having any of that money. Keep your blood money, you filthy bastards.
So if you push, you could probably get to Yatar by sundown tonight today.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
that.
Yeah,
do
let's
it.
do it.
Okay.
There's a good pub in Yartar. Is the pub in Yartar the one that overlooks the rock or is overlooks the junction? Or am I thinking of somewhere else?
The pub in Yatar you led to last time was the famous tavern of Yatar known the Wink and Kiss.
Oh, that's
Which-
where I thought it was a brothel.
Which
Yeah. Don't they know your name there, Havarl?
Yes.
they do now.
So does when we're heading across all this way, do we see any sign of the Cloud Castle? By the way.
Make a perception check.
Do you know, I'm going to join in on that with my hawk eyes, obviously.
Good.
Xanhorn sees nothing.
He's
Can
too
I
busy.
join in on that?
Xanhorn is quite the opposite. Xanhorn now thinks every single cloud in the sky is a cloud castle in the skies.
Oh my god!
There. That one.
He's like, I imagine Havar's getting quite sick of it, but every like 5 minutes, he's like, "Oh my god, the river!" Oh no, sorry. I thought it was just, but it did look a bit like the Cloud Castle.
Every time Xanhorn does it, Havarl pulls out his sword. And it's ready to... Bastard.
Xanhorn's written one of those cloud books about different shapes of clouds and what they look like. And
No,
everyone's
that's what
classy.
I'm doing.
12
So-
for Benjin.
12 for Benjin. So Benjin does not notice that the
Cloud Castle is right
cloud
above
castle is
us.
following you in any way.
Oh, good.
Right. The wink and the kiss then.
So after Felgalos saying he was going to go retire to the Star Metal Hills for a bit. You then pointed out you're going to go to the Wink and the Kiss, and you're all about to bid him farewell. And he goes, "Well, I have to have a drink with you first, don't I? You know."
Yeah.
Now I have to warn you here, Fel. The people in Yata might have a very different perception of me than everybody else. I don't want to use the word celebrity, but
but it would be appropriate.
but I am quite well known here.
So, are we near? Are we near the?
Yes.
Are we near it?
Yes.
I can hear them chanting Havarl as from here.
So Benjin, he's not even drunk yet, but he can smell the booze. Benjin gets his drum out, and he's going to go boom, 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 as we're walking towards, and really see if he can drum up and see if people notice Havarl. And obviously he looks at Xanhorn and sees if he's going to pull his flute out.
Xanhorn's already flute ready.
Marching band going.
Havarl, make a perception check.
A perception check?
Perception check, yeah.
I thought he was going to have to make a stealth check.
It's quite obvious when you see Felgalos like sprint towards the pub ahead of you.
Oh dear.
He looks like he's trying to get at you line of sight before he does it, but you see him just you just see this little halfling just pegging it for the pub.
What is he? Right. Okay. This is. Is he up to like mischief, pegging it, or?
He's just sprinting. Benjin's got the drummer, Xanhorn's got the flute, and as soon as he's done this, he looks like he's trying to do it without you noticing, but he's just sprinting for the front door of the tavern now.
Okay. I'm gonna let him go.
Ooh.
This I don't like where this is going.
Okay, so we arrive, instruments going.
Yep.
So you open the door to the tavern.
Open the door to the tavern.
And everyone is like waiting in a semicircle going, "Hello!"
Brilliant.
To which he will curtly nod and then go try the quietest corner he possibly can in the pub.
And as you go past, like everyone's like tapping you on the shoulder, shaking your hand. You get the odd drink thrust at you.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
Graciously take all of these drinks and just put them on the table and not touch them further.
And at the same time, you can see Felgalos is having a chat with the barman, and then sits down next to you. This is nice, isn't it?
It's a very nice place.
It's a fun place. We're popular here.
Yeah. So I hear.
Now, gentlemen, and Havarl is going to at this point kind of usher that he wants them all to kind of gather around the table and have a hush conversation.
I'm going to mind sweep one of the drinks.
Well, you just as he's about to huddle in, he gets pushed to the side as the waiting server puts like a whole roast chicken on the table in front of you, and slowly starts bringing loaves of bread.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. It's good. Wait for the serving person to be gone, and then
So the third person
call
goes.
back in. Now, I think it's been
Just
quite...
as you do this, somebody else pushes in, puts a jug of ale and 6 jugs on the table.
Hooray!
Five cups on the table. Oh, sorry, sir. I'm disrupting you.
No worries.
Sorry, Havarl,
So-
you were about to say something.
Yes, I think it's quite fortuitous that I am so well known in this part because of your excellent songs, Xanhorn.
Well, of course.
I think we should maybe use this notoriety and fame to our advantage in locating the other Havarl. Someone else called
clever.
Havarl in Yata probably would be more noticeable these days, I think.
Good point.
How best to do this without raising too much suspicion? Part of the Thieves Guild and all, they might have ears eye everywhere.
Well, let me contact some friends and see what we can find out.
You said that so unsurreptitiously, I'm quite surprised.
Oh, you know, you got to You've got to keep things quiet, right? I mean, that was the rule. Pretty sure that was the rule.
The worst secret agents in the world ever.
Yeah. It's their own fault for making him a part of it.
Yeah.
If nothing else, he does find himself in the wrong place at the right time frequently. So he's a great source of information.
Is it worth trying to induct Fel into our search for this Havarl Zamorvan? A charming, roguish halfling might be able to infiltrate a thieves' den. One that isn't immediately associated with the Champions of Chance either. He's just a stranger that's walked in.
Xanhorn will clap Havarl on the shoulder and say, if we need some sort of disguise, some sort of sneaky performance, don't you worry, my friend. I've got us covered there. Oh, yes.
So, Fel, what do you think?
Well, I think I'd like to see what our friend the Bard can find out, since he reckons he's got so many secret contacts.
Yes.
I mean, we could be a bit more obvious, couldn't we?
How so?
And just ask.
Right then, does anyone know Havarl Zamorvan?
Or you could do it that way.
Yes, it's another way of doing it, I suppose.
It's like a verbal Benjin.
Two Benjins. Oh my dear.
Any reaction?
Do we notice anyone? Does anyone kind of raise an eye or pay attention to Fel with this?
Somebody a young lady kind of wanders past. There's a couple of them kind of go, don't know. And she goes, what's it worth?
What can you tell us? What have you got?
What's it worth? And then Fel just goes, I think she wants some money.
Thank you, Fel. Well, the worth is the value of your entirely depending on how valuable that information is, really. We are looking for Havarl Zamorvan. Nearly said my own name. If you're able to help us find him, then we would be very grateful.
Okay. That's information we may be able to deal with.
Yeah.
She gives you a wink. She gives you a wink and just walks off into the crowd.
Okay. Xanhorn, do you think you can follow her? Keep an eye on her.
Of course.
Cenza, do you think you could follow her?
Almost certainly not.
Right.
I'm not exactly a most stealthy person.
No. Okay. I think that's what we should do then. Xanhorn, if you can follow her and see what you can find out from where she goes, who she speaks to.
Xanhorn looks at him like, I'm not sure she's just gonna like walk over and see him. I think she wants to be paid.
Oh, okay. Well, if you think you can negotiate, no, you can't negotiate.
I've done the best negotiating of all of the Champions of Chance so far. Thank you very much. Where were you when we were making those deals, Havarl? Where were you?
Where was I? Where was I? Indeed, I don't know. Right. Okay. Let's have some. Let's have some of that money, and I'll do this myself. At this point, I just get up and I'm just going to march after the young woman.
As Havarl marches and stands up, what can best be described as a greasy-looking man just suddenly sits in his seat.
Have I gone? Have I left the table?
So you turned your back and he sits down and goes, 500 gold.
What's that?
500 gold, and I'll tell you where you can find Havarl Zamorvan.
500 gold. You're having a laugh, mate.
I make a wisdom saving throw for him. I'm going in.
No mercy.
Oh god, I need to find a bloody stat block for him.
See the guy start to tilt his head slightly, like something odd's going on. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'll look across at Cenza.
Come on, Steve. Wisdom saving throw, did you say?
Yeah.
It'll just be a bog standard D20 then.
Yay!
Oh dear.
Right. Remind me again what this blasted spell does.
It's not a spell, it's a divine...
It's dead.
Whatever.
Spell
It's
under
basically a
name.
spell, yeah. I can read his surface thoughts.
His surface thoughts are shouldn't be too difficult to find this fella. I'll go ask the Jim Bob down in the Fields Guild. No problem. I'll get a pat on the back for making such a tidy profit.
My
Nice.
friend, I suggest you tell us how to speak to Jim Bob in the Thieves Guild, because we're not going to be paying you, and yeah, you're going to tell us what you know. And he that's a suggestion spell which he fails automatically.
That is so good.
Pain in the arse, that spell. So the name he said was Weimar from the Thieves
What?
Guild. Weimar. Look, right, I don't know where he is, but Weimar will know. He knows everything. Just give us a few hours and I'll come back and tell you.
Very well.
Okay.
And with that, he stands up and walks out the tavern.
Nice.
Okay. Anyone for lunch? Or dinner?
It's late evening now because you
There's-
rode right the way through the night, so it is.
There's a bunch of chicken in front of you as well.
Yeah.
That's true.
Havarl, make a investigation check.
Oh, I've not done one of those ever.
The girl has gone. You cannot find her anywhere. In fact, there's about 4 girls you swear are the same girl, and you keep turning them around, and it's not her. And she goes, "Hi, Havarl."
Hello. Have you seen Havarl?
That's you, silly.
Right. Thank you. Good night. So I'm just going to wander back eventually to my chair, probably with another couple of drinks in my hand. There we go.
You've randomly picked up some more drinks.
I assume people have been buying me drinks as I've been wandering around the bar looking and randomly talking to women who are all different and not the one I'm looking for at all.
Havarl, are you starting to feel self-conscious about all this attention? You seem a little bit uncomfortable.
I'm not used to this type of attention. My name is quite important to me. It's quite, I wouldn't say sacred, but yes, it's just unusual.
Would it help if there was a distraction, if someone else was at least equally as famous as you?
Yes, that may help me feel a lot more comfortable. Yes.
Xanhorn will clap Cenza on the shoulder and just be like, I don't know why you're saying oh no. And he will nudge his way up to the stage.
Benjin's pulling up 2 tankards to watch this one.
So he'll try and call everyone's attention and make sure they're all listening to him, ready to get down with some more rhymes.
Oh, rap battle this one.
Yeah.
All the music stops.
So he'll look around the tavern and he'll say, "You guys, I mean, Yata's a pretty happening place, right?
Yeah.
Yay!
You guys have heard of you guys have heard of riff rap, right? Well,
You're a bit confused. Like, what?
well, have I got a bit of riff rap for you? Have you guys heard of a guy called Cenza? You heard of Cenza? I've heard of Cenza. His name is Cenza. And he's a sender. He'll get a message or a rhyme to a different space and time. Might be a bookworm, but if you look hurt, he'll lay his hands upon your skin and you'll live to see your kin. His name is Cenza. And he's a sender. He'll get a message and a rhyme to a different space and time. He's got a ghost stamp, but he won't boast that. He'll bring you down upon our foes until they're curling up their toes. His name is Cenza. He's a sender. He'll get a message or a rhyme to a different space of time. He values knowledge. He's been to college. He's got more smarts than a wizard cart. And he's got a mean flip chart. His name is Cenza. And he's a sender. He'll get a message or a rhyme to a different space and time. It's time we end this. Before he puts me on a list. So if you want to write a will, or you need help adding up your bill, just call on Cenza, and he will send you a written chit on a bit of paper or some scroll work. He'll get it done. He'll have some fun because he'd love to do your homework.
Peaced out.
Flute drop.
Yeah, exactly. Boom.
Oh, God.
Oh, great work.
I think I am standing in the middle of the room looking absolutely mortified.
Do we think, looking round at the people in the bar, have they heard rap before? And what did they make of it?
I'd like a performance check from the bard. I believe I can give you that with advantage, to be fair. I think that seems fair.
Hang on, let me do it again.
Just in case is
18's pretty good.
18.
It went well. They may, whether they've heard of rap or not before is irregardless because he's won over the crowd, and everyone is extremely pleased with that performance. And of course, they're all trying to right now buy Sansa drinks. And the odd one person goes, "Do you do tax returns at all, Mr. Cenza?"
Yeah, my brain's just completely shut down.
While you're all doing this and milling round and kind of getting the kind of after effect and the buzz and that, you notice this character you spoke to earlier, and which Cenza did cast a spell and kind of sidle in and give people the nod to go sit back at the table.
To give us the nod to sit back.
Yeah, he's like.
Xanhorn will go and sit down.
I'm still in mild shock. Someone's going to have to come and physically move me.
So
I'll pick him up.
Yeah. So since this greasy man, is in what was my seat, Havarl is now just going to stand. Does he look mistrustful? Do I?
Oh yeah. This guy looks. He looks like the kind of guy who would try to sell you a used car stereo in a pub.
Okay, right. So I'm going to loom menacing behind him.
Yeah.
While he's sat in my seat.
So he looks fuck you. Still under Cenza's magic. Right. So this Havarl Zimorvan is the guy you're after, yeah?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in prison at the moment.
Right.
Murdered a chap.
Really? Murder?
Yeah. He's going to get hung soon, I reckon.
God damn it.
Who did he kill? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. It was something to do with some gambling debt. Apparently, he'd like to, put a bit of money on the dice. He got a bit out of his depth, apparently. He was they say he was an ex-lord, or a lord's son or something. So he flashed the cash a bit, went down to the Grand Dame out on the riverside. And, the story is he gambled away most of his belongings. Lost it all. Then tried to kill someone from the Grand Dame. Reckon they were cheating. Now here's the interesting stuff.
Right.
It seems that most of his prized possessions went to the guy he was gambling with.
Who was
they were
that?
turned over to a Tholsar Brenner.
Tholsar Brenner. Interesting.
You don't want to be messing with him because he's captain of the guard.
Great.
So this Thulsar Brunner, is he how shall I say? Is he a straight man or crooked?
He's about as straight as a Desperate Rhythm Man.
Very good. The Destron River is quite wiggly.
I didn't get the reference. Thank you. So this crooked cop has imprisoned a man after he lost a bet to him on a murder. Did he actually commit this murder? Do we know?
Oh yeah, 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 definitely, yeah. So the story is that Havarl blamed one of the croupiers at the Grand Dame on his losings, and he said, it's your apparently stopped him in the middle of the street. Goes, it's your fault. I lost all my golden geese. Pulled the sword out and hacked into little bits.
Right.
So yeah, bang to rights.
Well, very good. Or not. You've been most helpful, friend. I'm going to lay a very heavy gauntleted hand on his shoulder. We'll be staying in Yatar for a little while. Let's make sure we don't see one another again, shall we?
I agree.
Good.
Cenza, any last suggestions? Possibly to go see some long-lost relatives in Mirabar, for example.
No, I just think I'd like him to go.
And change his ways.
He nods and he just he leaves the tavern.
I'm a cleric, not a miracle worker.
He's a sender.
All right then, chaps. Let's get a good night's sleep and then we'll go see the captain tomorrow.
Let's hope he doesn't get hung overnight, right? Although if he does, as long as they don't take his head off, right, Cenza?
Yes.
Well, hang on. Who are we going to see in the morning? The captain or the?
Go see the captain.
The Lord. The captain.
Well, I see. If this Havarl chap has committed a murder and he's going to be hung for it, I see reason to talk to him, save him.
And he's not going to have a sword in prison,
he
is he?
doesn't have the sword. He's already been disowned by his father.
No, it's the captain of the guard who's in trouble.
He's a crooked man. Let's not waste our time. Let's go talk to the captain.
Seems
He was
reasonable.
also a crooked man.
He was also a crooked man, and he has the sword that we're after.
And he's also, I'd assume, in charge of guarding our stuff, which we were going to sell for lots of money.
In Yatar.
In Yatar.
Good point.
You mean our big adamantine ring is in Yatar?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was in Tribor. Okay.
No, we bought it to Yatar and left it here.
Yeah.
I
will. Before we
On
go
the
there,
basis-
perhaps it's worth making contact with the and Xanhorn look around. You know who? Because they were trying to sell that artifact on our behalf, and they might well have some more information locally that we could use.
Oh yes, I'm sure you have a secret symbol you can use to contact them.
I definitely don't have any secret symbols, and you should be quiet, Cenza.
All right. To bed then, chaps. We have work tomorrow first thing.
Yep.
And Havarl will head off to his room, which I'm sure we've secured earlier.
Indeed.
In fact, given how famous I am, I've probably got the penthouse suite, haven't I?
you got the luxury one with actual feathers in the pillow rather than just
Nice. I worked out what the generic song that Xanhorn had been singing, by the way, about the whole fire giants and boulders and things. It's called A Song of Fire and Pyrite. Yeah. Xanhorn the Boulder Swatter. And I imagine if anyone's in the bar a little bit later than Havarl's bedtime, he hears like the fourth time that this story's been sold. Originally, it was like Xanhorn was mortally wounded by the boulder, and you guys destroyed all the fire giants, so we walked away successfully. This time, like it's like the fourth iteration of this. Xanhorn just swatted that boulder away like it was a fly. There were 4 giants. Xanhorn killed 2, and the rest of you guys just about managed the last couple.
Oh dear.
So yeah, Xanhorn will sit up for a bit, enjoy a couple of beers, and then take himself off to bed. Here's to Cenza! Way! And then walk up to bed.
And Havarl.
Because he's a Cenza.
Havarl.
After I've gone to bed, you just get a message. Don't know what you're playing with.
Oh god, what have I started?
What have you
I send back. It was good though, right? Oh god, it was good though, right? Cenza, because he's a sender. He'll get a message or a... Ran out of words.
You just hear a spud, which is quite obviously a book being thrown against the wall.
Xanhorn will smile at that and then just rest his head on the pillow. Dreaming about riding dragons.
All right then, gents. It is 10:15, so I think...
Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh.
Where does the time go?
I think it's probably time to call it an evening then.
Absolutely.
Right then. So anyone who's been listening and watching, good night, and we will see you, well, at least some of the Polyhedron Collider crew will see you in a week's time. I imagine it might be about time that the Masters of Fate came back for some more, but we'll see.
If
We'll
not,
see.
it'll be us again.
Either way, someone from the Polyhedron Collider crew will be back in a week's time for some more D&D. So until then, good night, folks. Where's the outro thing? I moved everything around.